Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So, the other day we were talking about different marks bifurcation in terms of your F&B specialization. Anyone remember? How much is the marks? How much is the marks? And how did we divide them into parts? Okay, maybe. Okay. How will you be choosing about the topic of the project? There will be several. You will just have to choose one, and you will have to make the project and different guidelines they will be sharing. Okay, please consider these as very important. The date and time will also be shared by when you will have to submit your project. And in this time, if you feel like getting any type of yeah, who's that? Any type of assistance in terms of understanding project topic or more clarity on, you can reach us out. Clear? Yeah. So actually there are 11 topics, 11 or 10, sir? 11 topics. And again, do not just jump into topic number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen those all 11 topics and ask the question what you are good at. Okay. It is not necessary all the students are sitting here, they are an expert in wine, or they are an expert in making budgets, or possibly everybody is an expert in coffee, being a Q grader. But I hope and trust, we assume actually that all of you are expert in something. Okay, so you try to find out your own topic. Okay, if you wish to take some challenging topic to explore more, definitely you can do so, but choose the topic that you are good at in terms of getting or scoring more marks. Okay.
While they were keeping the projector on, they have
That's fine. So online students, I'm audible to you, I hope.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
And are you recording or you want
Yes,
to
yes, I'm
record?
recording.
Multiple. So some of you are visible in the camera. Do you want to be in the camera? No? So for the first time after the college has started, or after 14th February. Oh, welcome to I say that every time, and हर time कोई ना कोई आता है जो first time आ रहा है. Good. Yes.
If you start, can you also talk about?
हाँ, बोलिए ना सर. Bag. You forgot your bag. ले लो. You're from second year. Ragging करना है किसी को? Officially.
Sir,
Okay, other day we were talking about your live events and groups. Okay, so groups are been made, keeping 4 events in mind as we are expecting them having this month. That's March. Okay, so we shall be sharing an Excel sheet very soon in the Google Classroom. Look for your name and also look for where your name is featuring for which event. On that particular day, you must be coming to the campus. It can't be कि traffic में फंसे हो, hospital में कोई admit है. If you want to sacrifice 100 marks, of course. If you have students, you can also find your names are featuring in 2 categories, okay, or 2 events. Take that as an opportunity. We have made a group of 10 or 12 people, 10 or 12 students who will be called as task force. Okay, they are on call. They won't be coming for every event, but whenever I or Kunal sir calling you up for event next day, don't look at him. Next day, you gotta be here in the campus. Okay, so there are few students, not all. So out of 114, there are 11 so far who are into task force category. Otherwise, all of your names are featuring in some event. Okay, this is equally important as you have just heard that live event also have 100 marks. Fine, sir.
So we are yet to, or rather everyone here who is seated. क्या खेल रहा है मोबाइल में? Do you have anything? Silent. इतना time से silent कर रहे. Okay. So anyone गिरने वाला था. Anyone here in this classroom? We have not got that email from program leader regarding allocation of marks based on the live events. So this is between our conversations we've had verbally. So wait for the official announcement in Mark's Day celebration event. या फिर food fest अगर कुछ plan होता है तो उसके लिए आते हो. So right from things like grooming, are you part of the pre-event briefing? Will you be, if you're given an allocated area, how clean you're keeping that area? Actual execution of the event, are you there physically present, or are you, suddenly you disappear for some work and you never come back? And after the event, we have wind up and clearance. Are you there for that? And there are also marks given for debriefing. So all such things are in place. We are just waiting for that confirmation from exams department and program leader. And then we will roll out the list like sir was saying, allocations for a particular event. So there could be multiple events and your role will be assigned in a specific event. So you will have to be there present for that event, come what may, and hopefully, you perform good and get the marks out of 100 so that it contributes to the total 400 marks that you have in semester 6. Okay. So that is the exam. It will be spread out. If you do not have semester end exams, we'll have some events there. So a lot of events coming up, and you could be part of more than one event. Like sir was saying, there is a rapid action force. नहीं क्या था? Task force. तो अचानक से आपको फोन आ सकता है रात के 12 बजे 1 बजे और आपको task force. So okay, so होता है ना इंडस्ट्री में, and you think that okay next day off है, हम लोग कहीं मूवी देखने जाएंगे फ्रेंड्स के साथ, ऐसा हुआ है काम के टाइम पे, and then suddenly you get a call from the F&B manager, some VIP is coming, you are required to be here in the evening. So your day off is gone, movie planning, all that planning that you've done with friends is gone. So something similar. We are just getting you ready for the industry. So वो हो सकता है आपके साथ. Okay. All right, so this is another 100 marks. So if you're submitting it in hard copy or soft copy, is still a question. So at least you can start collating data on your laptops, desktops, or I don't know, phones maybe. So all that information you can start collating in terms of research work and keep it ready. The moment we hear something regarding submission of this project, we will let you know whether it is to be in a hard copy format. Then you have to do the binding with the black cover, and all that data will be provided to you, what you have to put on the front page. If it's a soft copy format, we will generate a link where you can upload the whole assignment, and based on that you will have a viva, you get your marks. Okay, so this is also important. We will have 11 topics under food and beverage service, which out of which you can choose one as part of your project. Okay, hopefully they should be interesting enough for you to motivate you to do the project. But if it's not, you can always take help from us in terms of how you can collect information and put it on that document. I was trying to look for word count. How much is it? 3,000. 3,000 words is the standard word count for this project. Okay, not more, not less. 10% is still okay, but don't do 3,500, 4,000 and expect that you'll get more marks. Okay, so anything that you want to put it under this, you'll have to be very specific and get it covered under 3,000. क्या हुआ? Late क्यों आए हो? Huh? Loudly, please. Measurement. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so this is a little brief year 3 students have F&B specialty in IIHM with, okay, so it's 1 year 2 year 3 uh, part of year 3, which is semester 5, and this background is enough for you to be able to demonstrate to no, it is a dry state at the moment. So imagine you're going to Bihar as a brand ambassador for one of these companies, and you've been asked to launch your product there. Okay, for the general population of Bihar, you will be expected to set up base in Patna city and start marketing campaigns from 1st of July 2022. So we are in March. You have March, April, May, 3 months for the preparation, and in July you will start the launch, which is the quarter 2. You have time in that. You are looking forward to quarter 3, which is Q2. Come up with at least 3 strategies to promote Alcobev in the state. Plan sales forecast for Q3 and Q4. You can plan the marketing campaigns 3 months in advance. So your major focus is going to be those 3 strategies for promoting Alcobev in India. And apart from that, you can talk about how you're going to set up the base in Patna city for your brand. Now, if you choose a spirits brand, there could be multiple spirits under the brand. If you choose beer, then it could be different types of beers. If you choose ready to drink cocktails, again, something innovative, whether you have a customer profile in that state to consume that kind of alcohol is you need to find out. So you can choose whichever is suitable. So if you think people in Bihar are more inclined towards whiskey, choose spirits. If you think it's beer, then choose beers, and so on. If you want to target niche client in Bihar, where they have spending capacities, then you can go for ready to drink cocktails and so on. Okay. So wines, again, would that be a good proposition for people in Bihar? Think about it. Do some research, read what people in Bihar are used to in terms of consumption of alcohol. Okay. Second, we'll come to questions towards the end so that we give enough time for all the pointers. You are a Q grader for a popular coffee brand in India. What is a Q grader? Anyone wants to throw some light on Q graders? Yes. Q grader for coffee. No? No one?
Yes.
Q grader is basically a person who is expert in coffee. Yes. Yes, what else? What else? ठीक है, good. वो तो base है, basic है. This morning I saw a certification on LinkedIn. One of my acquaintances, he had posted a certificate for being a Q grader. I was just looking for it, but in the meantime, if you have any information about Q graders, please feel free to share.
What does sommelier do? And only sell wine? So Q grader is a person who also blends coffee, not only an expert. Yes.
So if I find it, I will share it on Google Classroom. It's a nice certificate, and I should have taken a screenshot, but I did not. Say again, sir.
From where did you get?
So there is a association which is called as SSA, SSCA Coffee Association, something which is SSCA. We'll find that out also.
Based in where?
In India, there is a base, I think, in somewhere in the south. No, I'll have to scroll through and find out. But yes, that was one of the certifications we found online. And Q grader is basically a person who is also involved, apart from knowing about coffee. Apart from knowing about coffee, also inclined towards which sort of coffee can be, supplied to a certain customer profile in that city or that area. So if, let's say, depends on the roasting, the levels of roasting also. So dark, medium roast, intensely dark roasted coffees, which is the kind of coffee which is more popular in that area, is also a Q grader can decide. And some of you may have heard about artisanal coffees. So depending on the method of preparation of coffee, gone are the days when we would just take instant coffee, mix it with some milk, and then serve it. Gone are the days when we would have nice latte art on the coffee with some milk and then serve. Okay, so those are things of the past. Now we are experiencing third wave of coffee where people are more interested in the original taste of coffee. So most of them would drink coffee without milk. And how many different types of coffee based on the type of preparation. So there is something called as a basic as a French press, pour overs, V60, all different ways of, there is a mocha pot. You probably heard about mocha pot, but things like those, which could be used in making of coffee. And then you enjoy the coffee rather than, having fancy looking latte art on the cup of coffee. That is again gone. That was part of the second wave. So artisanal coffee. And I think there will be another fourth wave, which experts can talk about, where there will be food and coffee pairings also. So to that extent, okay. You've heard about coffee subscriptions, Blue Tokai, Sleepy Owl. Yes. So things like those, okay, where coffee or Q graders get involved in curating that particular sample of coffee. So you'll be expected to set up a new business venture for a company in Kolkata. Plan to launch brand in Kolkata with ideas for market penetration, identification of customer profiles, marketing strategies for social media presence, and setting up a restaurant for 40 packs in with a coffee bean roasting unit. Okay, so it's just not another cafe that you're setting up. Okay. You have F&B class in a new building, new restaurant. So you're not just setting up a cafe where you will have nice coffees with some pastries or donuts. No, you're setting up a coffee shop with a coffee roasting unit, which is visible to the guests. So it's a live coffee roasting unit where you can actually go and see how the coffee is getting roasted. So there is some difference. Okay. And you can choose any good uptown market area in Kolkata. So, sir, can give us examples in Kolkata, which is the nice areas.
Kolkata was chosen
Yes.
because being a major city in eastern part of India, most of the people there live, they prefer to consume tea as a stimulating beverage, not coffee. So the challenge was given to you, set up a coffee business in there in Kolkata, and also finding out areas where you can put possibly establish your restaurant, because there are a lot of areas, new areas in Calcutta vicinity are coming up. Those areas were known for usually village area, urban area. It's been upgraded into Calcutta municipal. So why am I giving you this story? So when you have new, Shanbag, if I may talk, can I? Thank you. So the new areas, whenever you will be having it's getting developed, you'll find a lot of people from different part of India are coming and settling up there. Okay, so when you, for giving an example of area called New Town in Calcutta, it's a pretty big areas. Okay, and if you can manage to establish your restaurant or coffee shop there, you know whom to target. The people who are not from Bengal, so they have a love towards coffee may not be tea as Bengali people. So thinking all of these, that's why this challenge was given to you, Kolkata, not but other city. Are you all getting us? The first thing was given Bihar, so that you know the challenge is already there. It's a dry state. Second thing, Kolkata, you know the challenge is there because selling up something which is where people, I won't say they don't like it, but they usually don't consume in that city, and you're going to sell out that particular beverage or product, not going to be easy at all. Third, again, sir, but you want to sure.
Yeah, so it's so more or less we are clear about the second point, which is about a Q grader and what sort of planning that you need to. So the keywords under the second point is you're launching a new brand for 40 packs of a coffee, 40 packs of a coffee shop with the coffee bean roasting unit, and you need to do You need to come up with ideas for market penetration, customer profile, social media presence, okay, and the whole setup of the restaurant. Okay, so always look for those keywords. Right. So third is it is assumed that you are a F&B manager. Questions hai shayad? Acha. And some answers also on the chat. Good. You're a successful F&B manager for a well-established group of restaurants. You can, have any restaurant random, and you've been appointed to consult on site for an upcoming 100% vegan and plant-based meat QSR, quick service restaurant. Okay, you will be expected to provide turnkey solutions for a restaurant, including menu planning, providing staffing and equipment, and creating standard operating procedures for the launch of the restaurant in any metro city of India. Okay. So what is turnkey solutions? Anyone? Yes. What is turnkey solution? Anyone? Say again.
End-to-end management.
End-to-end management. Good. You said something, Tejas. That is what you need to find out. But what is the concept of turnkey is basically end-to-end solution. So you will be given an empty shell like this classroom and you have to turn it into a restaurant. So the owners will come with the key and turn the key and everything is ready for them. So that's a turnkey solution that आपको सब मिलेगा अंदर, staffing, equipment, tables and chairs, lights, AC, music, everything. It's ready, and the investors, stakeholders will come and just open the restaurant and chalu. Purchasing as well, yeah. So what you are going to do is have a nice menu which is 100% vegan and plant-based menu. What is vegan? Anyone? What is vegan food?
Non-dairy
Non-
products and the food which does not contain
Meat. Avoiding animal products. Good. What else? Yes. No eggs, so no animal products. Good. No milk. No milk. Yeah.
100% plant.
100% vegan. What is plant-based meat? Say again.
Primary source of food, the food cycle, can be considered as vegan.
Okay, vegan. That's fine. So again, next part is the plant-based. Okay, you're still talking about vegan. Okay, so vegan, I think more or less everyone's clear. Yes, no animal products and basics of whatever evolution of food when it all started. Huh. Okay, soy chap is one example of a plant-based meat alternative. What else? What else?
It's like a laboratory made meat product. Like
Okay.
they extract some components from plants and like they cultivate the meat, the proteins which are present in the meat. They
Okay. So there are two types. This could be a bit technical, but lab-grown meat and plant-based meat are different. Okay, so they will take a cell from a particular animal where you take the meat. So it could be chicken, beef, pork, anything, and you use that as the base for growing your meat in the lab. Okay, so you can actually grow meat in the lab, which will taste something similar from where the cell has been taken. Something very scientific, but that's getting done. And there are lab-grown meats which are sold in European markets. So that is one of the things which is non-vegetarian. And there is plant-based meat products or meat alternatives where, like you were saying, a certain part of the plant could be used in making of the meat, which is going to taste 100% similar to actual meat. Okay. So if you go on YouTube and if you Google for the Impossible Burger, has anyone heard about Impossible Burger? You should. By this time, it's getting sold in markets of China, European markets also. Do you know that there is 50% plant-based meat products which are offered in the KFC menu in Europe. 50% of the menu is not vegetarian. They have used alternatives. So you have a product which is tasting like meat, which looks like meat. If you cut open, it will be pink like meat, and everything is tasting like the actual meat. Only the fact is that it is vegetarian. Synthetic meat उसका नाम नहीं बोल सकते हैं technically, but there are, like I said, so there are two types. I will repeat myself if you are not paying attention. One is lab grown, जहाँ पे एक cell लेके आपको उसको grow करना है. That is non-vegetarian, and vegetarian meat option is the plant-based. Okay, so they take some elements from the roots of the plant and then they start converting into meat. थोड़ा technical scientific है, research करना पड़ेगा. Like I said, go on YouTube and watch the video for the Impossible Burger. Okay, वहाँ से शुरू होगा. You will get a lot of other videos. And if you know Ritesh Deshmukh, a famous celebrity from Bollywood, he has a company which is plant-based meat product for Imagine. He's just one person in India, we all know, but there are other companies. So there is Good Dot, and then there are others as well. So you can. हाँ, अभी recently Virat and Anushka has also started. They have invested. So you can imagine what kind of market India can have for plant-based meat protein, where it is predominantly vegetarian. So we find in India written pure veg outside a restaurant. So it's a good option for the ones who would like to try something that could be non-vegetarian. Okay, and I think everyone's getting a bit more morally responsible. So we like to be more sustainable. So thoda sa wo bhi element hai. So to avoid all the killing of animals, I would want to turn vegetarian. For the ill effects of health, I want to turn vegetarian. So this is my option. So that's the third assignment you can choose. Okay, clear about this so far? Fourth, we have less than 10 minutes left here. Yeah, SOPs. Anyone, any idea about SOPs? Yes, but for a restaurant. So you have, if you go to the training department in any good hotel, you will have, files which are put one next to the other, which is called as standard operating procedures. Chef's office, F&B office will also have it. And all you have to do is refer to it whenever you have it down. So if in case a new employee joins in, they can refer to SOPs for the standard practices. Okay. So you have to develop those as well for F&B service for this particular restaurant. Okay.
What is brand standard?
Yeah, please, sir.
What is brand standard? Have you heard about this term above brand standard? Whichever hotel you have possibly done your internship, that's standard. The principles that a brand follows to make their name recognized in the industry.
Okay.
Something unique.
That is,
Only they follow.
is it only has to be unique? Like serving cup of coffee in Oberoi could be for in 3 minutes, in Taj could be for 4 minutes, Marriott could be for 6 minutes, for an example. That is their brand standard. And SOP will tell you how to do. SOP, to serve a cup of coffee, what all things you would require. Starting from a saucer, cup, making that cup a bit warm, maybe having a sugar caddy, which will have 6 white sugar, 2 brown sugar, or maybe a few sweetener. I'm just giving examples. So this process or the steps, when you make a list of on a piece of paper, that becomes SOP. And brand standard is always one-liner. Coffee has to be served in 3 minutes. Okay, it is brand standard. How? SOP will explain. So do not get confused. And why did I ask you? I got confused when I started my career. Okay, so just for information. So I'll just restart the link maybe.
Yes.
Online students, please log in back on the same link within a minute.
I'm also sending you that
Yeah.
certificate.
Okay.
You can share it with the students.
Sure.